Hey all, peace. I here of Recover Mystics, and I'm here to do complete seasonal reading for Virgo. The complete seasonal reading is going to be looking at 10 facets of your life and 11 facets of your life. Actually, start beginning with number 0, which is going to be pertaining to your spirit, and we're going to have one card to give you overall energy, general overview, and advice for the upcoming season on our side of town, the northern hemisphere. It will be the summer solstice, and if you're on the southern hemisphere, then it will be the winter solstice. So I'm just going to go in, start. I have shuffled a little. I'm going to continue a little bit more before we go ahead. See the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, Virgo, working hard on balancing your emotions, which is cool because today's reading was very emotive. The day was very emotive, actually. The moon is in Scorpio for the depth feelings, and the sun is in Aries, so moving with those actions. And the moon is actually going to go into Ophiuchus. Probably is in Ophiuchus now because it's supposed to change during the day, but we'll start with your reading. Okay, so the first message is for your spirit, and the second is for your physical self, and then your emotional self, then what you need to create, your family and foundation, what you need to change, what love is looking like, what you need to reflect on, your business. Okay, some space on deck right here. Business, release, what you need to release, and what you need to balance. Okay, and underneath the deck you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about, a real grounded foundation on this earthly realm, to do with, just being able to acquire all the material health, wealth, and abundance you need, and family structure. It's a complete stability in the 3D and 4D realm, in the physical realm. Okay, so that's your overall energy. Let's see how the reading unfolds with some clarifications and all that good stuff. So let me get it adjusted a little bit. Yeah, because either kind of far. But for your spirit, you have Temperance, and Temperance is all about balance and being alchemic, being able to turn one thing into something else. I.e., if you are in balance, then you can switch around and become balanced, like I do often. And it's the Sagittarius card, so it's all about higher knowing, higher wisdom, intuitive guidance as well, being divinely guided at that. You see the angel there. It's angelic forces right there, helping you to ground yourself while still being in the ethers somewhat. Okay. Sagittarius card, for in regards to your spirit, is meaning that you are balancing yourself in the spirit realm. You are becoming more attuned to your intuitive guidance, which is a beautiful thing, because your polar complementary is Pisces in the wheel. And so Pisces can be very dreamy, but very, very strong in the intuitive realm. But again, needing in this earthly realm, we're needing that balance with your grounded and pragmatic energy, that is of Virgo. So this is good. This is mean you're almost tapping into you're being stable in the ground side, and you're also tapping into your fishy side. Nice, good move, good move. Okay, for your physical self, you've got the Six of Swords. You walking away from something that was kind of mind and brain racking. Okay, wasn't stable, was erratic, and you're moving away to a place where you can feel more serene, okay? Where you can feel more, where you need to go in and reflect even. The Six of Swords, so it's talking about, you know, family, and what you found harmonious is something that you, what at least what was harmonious became a bit of a turmoil in regards to your mind and how you were communicating within that dynamic. And now you're finding yourself having to walk away from that, turn your back on it, yeah, and start afresh elsewhere, go somewhere else. Because it was brain racking. That's what you're getting, brain racking. Fucking your shit out. I'll clarify as we go ahead. And for your emotions, you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is seen as the Pope, someone that people come to. It'd be a pastor, you know, someone ahead of their religious sect or religious somethings. It also represents traditions. So for Virgo specifically, it's about traditions. You wanting to stick with the mundane, wanting to stick to what is true and tested already in this physical realm, but then getting a pull on, like, it's almost the battle between religion and spirituality. You know, what you already know is already concrete, is already a fact, let's say, is religious knowings. But what is the truth you're coming into is that spiritual understandings is more important to get to know rather than religion. Because remember, religion is an organization. The spirituality is all, is everything. A spirituality, the word spirit means energy. You know, and energy is all intangible things, and intangible means not non-physical. And you know that everything comes from the non-physical into the physical, just like a thought. You know, imagine when someone has an idea, before the idea is cultivated or is processed or is manifested, it is a thought in the mind, and that is intangible, that is spirit, that is energy. So don't get spooked out by spirituality. I forgot to say that we on this channel, I've moved from using the tropical or the Western astrology, which looks at the zodiac wheel as it pertains to the seasons and as it pertained to the formation of the sky 2,000 years ago. And now we are using the true sidereal astrology, which is moving with the times and is a natural reflection of the star constellations in the sky. So it is more exact. Let's put it that way. But of course, if you put your mind to something, if you, you know, like there's a card that comes up with the Abraham Hicks and Esther Hicks, and it talks about flawed premises, you know, true unwanted. Well, flawed premises can become, no, sorry, false premises can become true premises. Likewise, if you put your energy behind something, if you vouch for it, if like your energy is strong, if you put your mind to it, you put your thought and energy to it, and you believe it, it will be. So I know we just had the Virgo full moon, which the Western astrology, tropical astrology, says it was a Scorpio full moon. And I'm hearing so many people talk about the Scorpio energy and how they felt it so strong. And, you know, and it does manifest just like that, because you've put your energy towards it. You've taken it in and digested it as its truth. It becomes true for you. So yes, we have to be mindful of what we do get ourselves into, especially when it comes to religion. I like to say that I don't like praying because praying always made is always synonymous to Jesus Christ. And who is that? Jesus is a title. In fact, many people are called Jesus. You even look at the Hispanics, Mexicans, and they have a lot of Jesus. And even in the surname, there's Jesus. It's a title, okay? And why I don't like saying praying to Jesus, because we don't know who that is. If you say praying to Christ, that's an energy as well. Christ-like energy. I am Christ-like, but I wouldn't say I'll pray to Jesus. Definitely not. But when it comes to religions, we have to be very mindful of who we give our energy to. Because we can still manifest that way. And sometimes it feels good for a time, but along the way you find there's a lot of haphazardness that pulls you away from where your true joy is, where your soul purpose is. That's your emotions. Keep balance on that. Like you got your spirit going in balance and you're being more divinely in tuned, divinely led. Keep focus on that. That's a good move. Now what you need to create, you have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is that mystic lady. The Queen, she's not far from the Empress. She's definitely encompassed some of the Empress energy. Or the Empress definitely has this energy too. But the Queen of Wands is, yeah, like I said, the mystic lady. See the black cat there that represents the mysticism of life, spirituality. And the Wands represent spirit as well, and actions and passions and drive. And that red behind is all about that passions and actions and drive. Mars energy, Aries energy, Scorpio energy too. So it's about depth. What you need to create is more understanding of the depths of life, the spirit side of life. See where this is going. Yes, it's all about the mystics, the intangible things you have to really get in tune with. Create more of an understanding about that and not shy away from it. Don't be scared of it. Don't let it elude you. Don't let it spook you. Okay, it's all a part of us. We can choose to ignore it, but it still makes part of our lives. And for what you need to create, sorry, that was what you need to create, the Queen of Wands. Okay, for your family foundation, you have the Chariot. And the Chariot is the Cancer card. And the Cancer is very maternal, very nurturing, represents the moon in the zodiac sign. And it's all about the emotions. And the Chariot card specifically talks about balancing these emotions, balancing the drive, okay, determination, being disciplined. Yellow is communication, Mercury. And also when I look at the yellow, I see sometimes the polar opposite, or maybe in conjunction with Mercury energy, because Mercury deals with the mind and the mental thoughts and how we think and how we do things. And sometimes worry and fear comes into play. Because worry and fear can really drive us off our path sometimes. Because we're overdoing the mental and not balancing with the heart. And then again, we can't be too overdoing it with the heart as well. We're not so much the heart, more about our feelings. Well, the heart's feeling same. We need to keep balance with the mental and the emotional, the yin and the yang. Okay, because the yin is that emotional side and the yang is that mental side. So for your family foundation, you have to balance yourself. Balance keeps coming up. Balance and spirituality is key right now, right? Balancing your drive, balancing your discipline, being disciplined, and being mindful how you are how you are disciplining your family or your foundation. Okay. Staying determined in whatever it is that you need to bring into fruition, because family seems to be core as well. We have the overall energy as the 10 of Pentacles. And then underneath we have the Queen of Cups, emotions. But definitely needing to balance. Balance keeps coming up right now. Balance, balance, balance. How you're going about to build. How you're going to fulfill your next ventures. Your next partnership. By balancing thyself first, within and without. Balancing your mind and your heart. And being able to work your feminine energy as well as your masculine energy. Access them both. Tune into which one you need when you need it. And what needs to change? You have here the Star. Okay, what's the message here? Got it. You are eluding yourself. You are forgetting who you are. You're forgetting that. Because as much as it's like, I feel like what's come up just now is that, yes, you are tempering yourself in your spirit realm. You're knowing that you are being divinely guided. You know that there is a divine higher power, higher guidance that's helping you make the moves you are making right now. But there are times when you forget that and you get a bit like distorted. You forget that you are a star. You forget that you are governed by stars. You forget that astrology matters. And you're being asked again to keep balance, keep balancing, not forgetting that you are in this physical realm, but you're also needing to firstly adhere to the spiritual realm, to the unseen, to the inner works of thee, you know? And your inner works is pure stardust. Pure stardust. Don't forget that as you move in your physical realm, as you make your moves, as you go to work, as you tend to the children. Don't forget that. Because I know we haven't got a mirror held up to ourselves, so we can't always see who we are. Can't always see ourselves in the midst of everything that we're getting up to. But it's important to keep that in mind. You need to have reminders. Put a ring alarm on your phone every couple of hours to let you know. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. You're a star. You're a star. Yeah. Stop. You're succumbing to the. You're succumbing to the physical realm more than you should. You've been elevating yourself from there, just thinking about that at least. And now every once in a while you're going back on yourself, forgetting who you are. And that needs to change. Keep the balance, okay? Know that as above, so below, as within, so without. And for love, you have here the Two of Wands. Two of Wands again, it's about your passions, how you're moving, about your actions. And the two is that union, companionship, partnerships. And you're looking like, and this message is funny, you just got it. You feel like you have the world at your hands. You have so many options. And you don't know where to go. You're leaving something behind and you're looking for something that's in front of you. But You don't know how to go about getting there or making it happen. You don't know how it's going to turn out. You're second guessing yourself somewhat. Don't forget you have backing, divine guidance. When you get stuck, reach within, ask the questions you need, and wait for the answers to be received. Take time and give yourself time, introspection, and clarify that later. And what you need to reflect on, you have the Three of Cups. Okay, usually this Three of Cups is like, celebration and stuff, but your message is the reverse of that. It's it's almost like betrayal, people plotting against you. That's not cool. People wanting to celebrating your downfall even. And it's like you've already known these people aren't really for your highest good. So why do you still mess with them? Why do you still give them the time of day? Why do you still like mesh your energy with them? Is what you need to ask yourself. Is what you need to reflect on. Don't give your time to energy to people that don't mean you no good. They don't deserve your time. No matter who they are, no matter what title they hold in your life. Detachment is a good thing. Preserving yourself is a good thing. Don't deplete yourself on energies that are not worthwhile, that are just scheming and plotting behind you. Like, what the hell? If you felt a hunch about it in the first place, move like you know. And if you want to be 110% sure, go within, ask your guides, look to your highest guides, go ground yourself, drink plenty of water when you're wanting to get serious questions asked. I'm going to make a video on something like that as well, because sometimes I just spirit out in bits and burps, but I think this needs to be really clear. Ground yourself, go into nature and ask the questions. Give thanks for all that you are being, bring gratitude always, okay? Drink plenty of water. Pray by asking and sit still. That is meditation. Okay, sitting still, you don't have to sit still, just be in stillness. So if you're walking, that's a meditation. But be sure not to have music in your ear. Okay, at least not party music. Like if you're gonna have anything, have some mantras or just have some sounds, even nature sounds. But try not to use stimulus all the time. It works for some cases, and other times it's just best to just move with your own energy. As you're washing up the dishes, have some silence around. When it's nighttime, turn off the dark, get into the dark. Turn off the lights and turn off the electronics around. Move your phones away, computers, and that will help you really tune into yourself and get to divine guidance to find that these people don't mean you no good, don't serve you no good, and you should stay away because their energies will pull your energies down and misconstrue you and confuse you, try to bamboozle you by manipulating you. And sometimes these are the closest people to us. We could be living with them, we could be sharing beds with them. You have to be careful. Be aware, okay? In business, you have the Five of Cups. So if business, Five of Cups is you feeling like you've lost something, you dropped the ball, you spilled some good wine. You're like, oh shit, man, what am I gonna do about this wine? This just dropped. It tastes so good. It was so good for the move, and You can't keep wallowing about it. If it's spilled, it's spilled. If you've lost it, you've lost it. It's time to keep pushing, keep moving. Okay, if it's a new project you need to come up with, if it's a new way of doing things, you need to reinvent, renew, pick it up, pick yourself up. Because once you get into your higher vibration, you realize that you're a star, and you realize that you are guided, and you have to stay determined and disciplined about it. And remember the mysticism of life. Okay, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you want to create a better footing in your foundation with your business, you can set it so, starting with your mind and your feeling, your words and your deeds. Okay, tell yourself, affirm what you want to come of your business. Okay, associate it with a high vibration feeling and try to feel that all the time. Strive to feel that all the time. Whenever you do feel that, affirm it some more. You'll pick up once you pick yourself up. That was for business. And what you need to release is the fear of the high priestess. They came out straight and point to the blank. Point to the blank. Point blank. Yes, point to the blank. What? This right here, there's nothing to fear. It's the all knowing. It's that super duper woman that it's the witch. You call it that. But let you all know that the witch is nothing to fear. Okay? A witch is a woman who is wise and uses her womb knowledge, her universal knowledge, her spiritual understandings, her knowing of nature's cycles to get what she wants, what she needs, and what serves her. And she could be dark or she could be light. Some people use it with intentions to do harm onto others or to cripple others, while others do it with intentions to bring light to others, bring light to themselves, bring light to the world. And some use both when it's necessary. Okay, don't be scared of the word witch. A witch means a wise woman, a wise woman. Okay, someone that knows nature's laws, knows universal laws, and works it. Okay, so you need to release the fear of this mysticism. But that was then the Queen of Wands in your emotions as well. It has a connection with that. There's someone in your life emotionally that's driving you a little bit, you're a bit spooked by their way of being. Because she seems very wise and knowledgeable, he or she, but has a feminine energy. So receptive and more in tune to spirituality. Release that fear that they're going to try and bind you. In most cases, the one that you fear less is the one that has them kind of intentions, but maybe not know how to go about it. But remember, the mind is a powerful thing. They can do it in different ways. And just a little bit of knowledge is a little bit detrimental rather than someone that has a full package knowing, because they can know the whole roundedness of it. Because imagine someone knowing something like, your saliva can help you bind someone, but not know the repercussions of it, or not have the zeal to want to go and research fully before they do something like that, and then get you bound and don't know how to unbound themselves when they fed up with you, and then let it all play out. But never forget this: whenever somebody binds you, okay, it might be good for a time, but it won't last. It won't last. There's always going to be turmoil in those kind of situations, always, and there's always going to be some kind of, whoever's being bound is always going to feel is always going to feel some kind of agitation, knowing that this isn't really 110% right. Something is not of me, that's got me. So release the fear of the witch energy, of the mystic energy. Okay. When they know nature's law, if you look at how they move, you know if they're really of the light or the dark. And like I said, there are ones out there that use both. But again, I don't know. For me, I use both. I know how to use both. I usually use one side more than the other, but I know both sides. But my heart is not ever to try and misconstrue, manipulate anybody. Okay, it's just to elevate myself and others. Always. And for balance, you've got the Eight of Swords. You need to balance the thoughts of you being blocked, of you self-imposing these restrictions on yourself. Are you thinking and feeling that all the mystics of life is like, and that you don't have any help or you don't have any guidance? Like, you need to stop crippling yourself. That's what you're doing. You're crippling yourself. You're stagnating yourself because you are growing. And this is I feel like this is ancestral. Someone's told you for a long time that all of these voodoo women, or these what do you call it, or Yoruba, Obia women are trouble. The cards are trouble. If it's not with a cross, it's an issue. The Ankh is something spooky. You see my Ankh there? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it before anyways. There's nothing spooky about it. The Ankh is the first sign, first symbol before the cross came. Okay, it represents life. It's the womb, the phallus, and the children, the offspring, the creation. Okay. Stop blocking yourself. Stop conflicting yourself. Because inner heights knows better. Your spirit is knowing. It's showing you that there is divine guidance always. Excuse me, and you are a star. And you are governed by stars. Right, so for your spirit message, I'm going to get a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realm by Colette Baron Reid. Give you more clarification on this temperance. Yeesh. Okay. Boom, bam, thank you, man. The Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Yep. Sounds about right. Because you're needing to change the thoughts between religion and spirituality. Okay. And not being spooked by the word spirituality. Hello, your challenger. Okay, you have it as a challenger. Can you see it? Okay. Unpleasant news, unexpected shock, or an overall sense of powerlessness are the aspects you may experience when the Lady of Lightning appears as your challenger. This is a time when you may be forced to make a change you don't want to make. A situation may suddenly turn in a different direction than you'd hoped it would. This is a sign of difficulty and unwanted surprises. But consider the idea of the thunderstorm and how beautiful and charged with electricity the world is after it passes. It will always pass because that is the nature of the storm. Your difficulties, I felt my hand going down, but I couldn't see. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, where we can. Your difficulties will too, as that is the way things. Excuse me, let me start that sentence again. It will always pass because that is the nature of the storm. Your difficulties will too, as that is the way of things as well. In the realm of the Lady of Lightning, it's prudent to engage the law of non-resistance. Relax and wait out the storm in the shelter of your faith and goodwill, trusting that all will be well, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. Wonderful new life has an opportunity to grow when the storm passes. The Lady of Lightning would much prefer to be your ally anyway. That's interesting. Like, yeah, again, you're a bit spooked by this new spiritual understanding that's coming to trying to grow in you slowly but surely. And it has to do with this love situation here because that's the one cut and the emotions again. There you go. It has to do with your emotions and love, and yeah, you're kind of spooked by this mysticism, spirituality that's coming from the love interest. But it's about knowing that things that have to change. You can't be stuck in religion all your life. Sorry, you can't be stuck in indoctrination all your life. Sorry, you can't be stuck in being told how to, when to all your life. Like, sorry, like if that's what you want, then it's sad, a little bit sad. So I have to say. I'm not sorry, saying that's facts, and this is truth. That spirit is first, and matter is after. I.e., spirit is first, and religion is comes from spirituality. And people need to understand that we are all spirit beings. We are having a human experience, and the humans make religion. So you're basically allowing somebody else to indoctrinate you, to make you believe it is something, to live a life a certain way when you yourself came here as a free spirit, okay, to live your life purposefully as God intended, as your higher self intended, as the infinite one intended, not by the scriptures. Okay, I know that's hard to say, and I may have lost some and confused others, but it's about understanding that you are all religions. You are all religions. I always say talk like that as well. It's the last time I went into IKEA and someone asked me like, "So, what religion are you?" I said, "Oh no, I'm not religious at all." But probably, if anything, I encompass all religions because in every religion book comes from spiritual understandings. And if I'm spirit first, I know that matter is after. I know that I created all matter, and religion is matter. So don't be shook. Don't be shook. Don't be spooked. It's gonna be all good. Once you can clear the fog, okay, stay determined and disciplined in your foundation, family. Know who you are. Remember who you are. Tune back into who you are. You get the clues more readily. Okay, let me do some clarification for all these cards real quick. I don't have no time limit on these, but they're seemingly quite long, aren't they? This first one. Okay, choices, serenity, purpose, Archangel Zedekiel, abundance, Archangel Gabriel, opportunity, Archangel Samuel, synchronicities, flexibility, mercy, and celebration. Brilliant. And power. You have power, okay? I am serene, powerful, and confident. Have power in yourself. Know that you are a powerful being. For your spirit message alongside the Lady of Lightning and Temperance, okay? They needed to balance and understand that you are being guided, okay? And that you're not just of the physical realm, you are of the spiritual realm first and foremost. You have choices, and it says, I choose for my highest good. So be sure that you make your choices from your highest good, from your spirit first, and not matter, not due to matter or materialisms, but through spirituality. Okay, and what your physical self is walking away from. You have clarifying is, I am serene and still, a more peaceful state of being, a more peaceful state of feeling, of living. Okay, that's what you're wanting to move into, more serenity. So, because wherever you was moving away from, like I said, there was a lot of mind fuck. For your emotions, where you have to just traditions with the higher friend, you have purpose, and it says, I am strong and determined. Like you have to find out not who, You have to find out what is your purpose. This is how you're gonna be more firm and strong within yourself. Okay, by finding out what did you come here to be, and you don't have to go to a pope. You go within. Okay, you at least, okay, if you have to go to someone, then go to someone that understands spiritual understandings, that's in the spirit realm, understand what it is to be a spirit, and go with someone that is aligned to you. You know, someone that you feel confident to go towards, and that you feel is not gonna give you any more reason to be spirit. Because you know, like I said, in spiritual forums, there are people that deal with the dark side, and there are people that deal with the light side, and there are people that deal with both. Okay, and really and truly, we all have dark and light within us. So someone could be of the light. Okay, I say they're of the light, and then in any given moment, they can really just flip out and want to use dark magic. But that's all to the individual, and again, it depends because every situation is different. But remember, you have a purpose in this life, in this physical vessel, and not to forget that your spirit comes first, and your spirit will show you where you are right now, if you're on par to fulfilling your purpose or away from that. And for your emotions, where you have the Queen of Wands, that mysticism, that being a bit spooked with the mysticism, or wanted to understand it a little bit differently, but still kind of and ahhing. Okay, the affirmation is, I am cleansed within the violet flame. And this is Archangel Zadkiel. And Archangel Zadkiel helps you, purify yourself and transmute any non-conducivity around. That's maybe that feeling of and ahhing, and really thinking that, the spirituality shit is kind of like, oh no. Giving you tolerance as well, tolerating it all, and forgiving yourself and others for anything, any misconstruedness. Whether you thinking like, you was pushing someone away, or telling them they ain't shit because of this whole spirituality shit, or that you yourself, like, now realizing that it's not as bad as I thought it was. Forgive that. Forgive yourself for it. It's no biggie. You can come in and say, like, I'm sorry, or even just realize that, okay, no, it's not what I thought it was. Let me move. Just move. It's all good. And for your family foundation, where you have the chariots, where you want to be disciplined, determined, and balancing a yin and yang, to be able to work your spirit realm and also manifest and create what you want in your physical realm. You have abundance, and it says, I deserve love, prosperity, and success. Definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. In family, you have to be sure that you're in a situation that is giving you all that love that you need. And that always stems from you loving yourself first, because once you love yourself first, you know where you need to be and where you don't need to be. Okay? And prosperity and success. Yes, you deserve prosperity, abundance in health, wealth, love, joy, and success. And with discipline and determination, you will get there. But remember, you have to love thyself first, and be sure that you're in alignment with your higher self by being in the right relationship for you, that's growing you, elevating you. Okay, not just staying in a situation again because of any kind of family dynamic, because your parents say you should, or because you have children in this situation. If you're not happy, if you're not being fulfilled, your parents are not feeling that, and your children are going to be successful, prosperous because of that. Because if you're showing them what it means to be sad and sticking to it, what do you think they're going to do? I'm going to change with the star. You're not realizing that you are the star, is Archangel Gabriel, and the affirmation is, I am pure and light. Archangel Gabriel helps you regain your purity and grace, okay, and clarity. Remember who you are. You are pure and grace. Clear that shit up, boy. It's murking you up. And for, wait a minute, don't piss me off. So I've been doing this stuff like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm on track. Love, because I was thinking, I'm sure I read this as love before. And as I was clarifying, and then I saw it, I thought I was on the wrong part, but I am on the right part. So this is number two. Sorry, this is love. Okay, it's card for love. The having the world at your feet, the world in your hands, having many options, and wanting to make the right move. You have choices to make, and the clarification is opportunity. And it says, I am ready for all opportunities. Like you look ready. You look ready for that higher vibrational love, that passionate love, that spiritual growth love. Okay, so stay ready for that. Stay ready for that. I swear I saw choices somewhere, did I not? I did, and that was for temperance. Okay, cool. I just picked up, I thought I said choices, but I said opportunities. Okay, let me clarify love real quick right now. Okay, get 2 cards for this message. Opportunity. You have children. Okay, yeah, children. I've been thinking of feeding children when the family foundation card came up, and you have passion underneath it. That you have love yourself first. Always. Okay. So for love, you have children. Your love life is being affected by children, and you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay. You have this, where you want to go is not where you are right now, and where you are right now, you're feeling like you have to stay, or you're battling whether you should stay because of children. Okay. And again, I must say, I must stress, like, don't allow the children, or the children that you have, to make you stay in a relationship if you know you're not supposed to be there. Okay, and then I'm not ever promoting broken homes and stuff like that, but I'm not promoting people to stick in relationships that they know is not fulfilling them. And it's not because you're bored of this woman or whatever, bored of this man, and he can't lay it down properly. That's not what it's about. It's about you tuning into yourself, okay? Making sure that you are in the best alignment, because I always say, before you move, you don't just move out of a situation if you feel you're not happy. You take your time, you really try to figure this out, and it's like, there's no point you trying to move out of a situation and try and run into another situation. You don't give yourself enough time to figure out why and how you got into that situation in the first place. What wasn't working for you in it, and how you'll move into the next situation, not allowing those same things to plague you. Because if you move into another relationship rashly, you will allow those same things to plague you. And that doesn't mean take all your life, and that doesn't mean stick your whole days in the same situation as well, or take years to go into the next situation. That means working diligently, determined, okay, to find the shit out, figure it out, so you can be happy. You didn't come here to be mediocre, you came here to be grand, is one of the affirmations I have on my deck, you know? And don't allow your children to be an excuse, because you sticking to a situation that's not good is your children are not happy seeing you unhappy. Your children are not thriving seeing you just surviving. Okay? And because there's passion, allow your heart and joy and soul to sing. There's passion elsewhere. If you definitely don't feel passion in the situation where you're at, then you're killing your joy. Okay, you're losing your soul's purpose. Soul's purpose was with the emotions. Again, with the Hierophant card, which is about tradition, you're trying to stick with this family dynamic because it's traditionally the best thing to do. Yet you're deluding yourself, or not allowing yourself to be on purpose, fulfill your soul's purpose, fulfill your soul's contract. That's not a happy life. That is not a happy life. The happiest life is when you're on purpose, when you're on par, when you're looking to your divine guidance and using your intuitive guidance, your highest vibrational intuitive guidance. Okay? Passionately. Remember to love yourself first, always. And for you to reflect on these people that are fucking your shit up, you have Archangel Samuel, okay? And it says, my heart is filled with the flame of love. And you have on this Archangel Samuel helps you cultivate unconditional love. Yes. And that doesn't mean giving unconditional love to these energies here. You've already done that. You've already tried to give them the benefit of the doubt and, you know, try to see a different way of going about things. Now you have to give the unconditional love to yourself, which you should have done in the first place. But because you didn't know how to, you didn't think that was the way to go about things. That's why you allow these people to get so much power over you, so much energy on over you, of you. But now it's about loving thyself first, knowing that you must love yourself first, okay? And don't allow people to come into your space. That's no good for you. That's not here to elevate you. That's not here to help you. That's in fact depleting you, derailing you. Okay, unconditionally love yourself first, and then you'll show people how to love you. Because they feel that they can love you. Therefore, they can take the piss out of you because you yourself was taking the piss out of you by not really like checking for what you need first and foremost, and not answering to your highest call. Instead, just being a yes man to them, even a yes man or woman, and pleasing or doing things to please them, whether you realize it or not. You could have had a little bit of, you know, what do you call it, a vim, how you respond to things, or you know, being a bit, what's that, feisty sometimes. But really, in your heart to heart, you do for them whenever they put something across to you. Not always wanting to, not always thinking it's the right thing, and always thinking that you should, but just doing it because of who they are to you. You must stop that. Give yourself some grace from these situations right here, from these people that are just brought in. And for business, you have the Five of Cups, okay, where you feel like, you know, you don't know where you're going to move, how you're going to move next. You let something slip and you're just not realizing there's other things there. And you have synchronicities, all things happen in divine time, in perfect timing. And this is what this reminds me of, the Lady of Lightning. It's about you realizing that, yes, things are like, right now, but it's not because they're supposed to be right like that right now. Because things are going to get better, but it's only when you pick yourself up, okay? And this is in perfect alignment because this is what you need in this time right now. Because with this situation here, it's going to show you the whole 360 situation when it comes to your family, your friends, like the earthly matters and the spiritual matters. And there's going to be plenty of synchronicities, things that you can't like close your eyes to. You're going to realize that, yo, what did this really just happen? Isn't this what was just I was just thinking, wasn't this what I just heard, or didn't I just pick up these same, do you know what I mean? All of these kind of things are going to be coming up just to show you, okay? Remember spirituality first. Remember to keep your balance emotionally and spiritually, physically, mentally. And for what you need to release the spookism and the witches. And you have flexibility. It says, I am free and flexible. Yes, don't be so rigid. Don't think that everything that they told you in church, everything that they told you in school is what it is. It's just not. They missed out a lot of things in school. Just so we won't own our power. And we'll try to take the powers of others. Not living the best life, but living somebody else's life or following somebody else's rules. When we naturally make our own rules because we've already contracted our own rules. And even in those contracts, there are loopholes. Okay, that's called free will. Be sure always to be in your highest alignment so you can get to where you came here to get to. And for balance, you have the 8, because I'm shaking my head at the clarification. It is mercy. Okay, have mercy on yourself. It says, I am merciful. Have some compassion on yourself. Don't keep yourself like this. Don't keep yourself stuck, blocked, and wallowing in pity. You are grand. You are a star. You are powerful. Okay? Rise up. Level up. Come out of this prison that you put yourself into. Release the shackles. Balance yourself. Know that you are worthy of so much more. Okay? You have the power. Nothing is blocking you other than you. Okay? And you can change your paradigm if someone is trying it or has had some push towards this that you're doing to yourself right now. Okay. And your summer solstice or your new season message to carry you through the new season, what you need to remember is Petalite, number 3811. Touching the divine. Yes, yeah. Oh, touching the divine. Let me just read. Okay, petalite is of the crown chakra. The element is ether, and for a grid, 8 points. Petalite is one of the governing crystals overseeing our relationships with the crown chakra. It is through the qualities of this chakra that we can start to comprehend the majesty of our own being and touch cosmic consciousness. Petalite balances the pineal gland, left and right sides of the brain, helping us bring together intellect and intuition. Petalite encourages us to seek union with the divine without neglecting our body. We can experience a balancing of the entire anatomical system through working with this crystal. This process creates a deep cleansing of the entire chakra system, helping to release outdated patterns, toxins, and inhibiting beliefs. Whoa. This was just mad. What can I say? What can I say? Should I read it again? Let me read it again. Petalite is one of the governing crystals overseeing our relationships with the crown chakra. It is through the quality of this chakra that we can start to comprehend the majesty of our own being and touch cosmic consciousness. Petalite balances the pineal glands, the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, helping us bring together intellect and intuition, yin and the yang, the feminine respect and the masculine respect. Petalite encourages us to seek union with the divine without neglecting our body, knowing that you are divinely guided with the temperance and that you are a star and you have stars governing you while still being in this world. You didn't have any pentacles. You don't have any pentacles. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana out of 11 cards. Okay, we can experience a balance of the entire anatomical system through working with this crystal. This process creates a deep cleansing of the entire chakra system, helping to release outdated patterns, toxins, and inhibiting beliefs. You believe in that all obias are evil, or witches are evil, which is an evil term. Toxic relationships with people, family, outdated patterns. The past is the past. This is a new day. What is governing you right now? What do you feel right now? And you have underneath the deck, I keep forgetting to give you all the underneath the deck message. You have celebration with this overall energy of the 10 of Pentacles, creating a foundation, a really strong foundation in the physical realm. You have celebration, says my life is a celebration. You can live this life once you tune into your more receptive energy. Okay, by also being concrete in your physical realm with all the abundance you need, your soul's purpose fulfilled and fulfilling. This message right here just speaks of this whole spread. Be ready to shake up the old with the Lady of Lightning. Okay, and shine at the star that you are, knowingly you are divinely guided, Virgo. Okay, own your power. Peace. Much love. Oh, I loved your reading. It was so beautiful. Hope you felt it too. Have a good one.